Anybody there? What's up? I got 3 VIP blitzes to do, so I'm going to do those while we chat. Little WrestleMania 25 going on in the background. The next event, you mean the one that starts a week from today, September 1st? So, hey Buck, say my name please. Arman Raguwanshi. Rum and booty in the house. The event after the Bellas. I have no information other than it will be starting on a week from today, on September 1st. I imagine it will be very similar to a lot of the recent events in that there will be some new characters and, hopefully the prize wall aspect stays. But I imagine it'll be a whole new type of currency, coins to collect. There will be coin events, talent up events, evolve events, TP events, and we'll be chasing after some new characters. I do not appear on screen, Davey D. I do not wear a mask of any kind. Well, I am wearing a mask, but you just can't see it. If you've seen Pulp Fiction, I'm currently wearing my GIMP mask. I know everybody's jealous of my Triple H King of Kings that I'm currently rocking this Blitz with. Got a little WrestleMania 25 Money in the Bank ladder match going on in the background here. There's the ring announcer who's currently, I can't say, name redacted. This is a really good WrestleMania. He's actually turn 2 on most of these matches if you get a green match on turn 1. I got lots of shards. If I took him gold, I could max him pretty much right away. What do you think? I'm thinking maybe Slick Rick will take the Showboat prize there. What did everybody else do as far as 4-star golds are concerned? I saw some interesting ones in the Showdown tournament this weekend. I saw a 4-star gold Showboat Shawn Michaels. I saw a 4-star gold Acrobat John Cena and Powerhouse John Cena. I saw 4-star gold Cactus Jack. Slick Rick's going to shake out as, I think, without a doubt, the top Showboat at 4-star gold. The multi-gem guys and the blast gem guys are going to be excellent. I did Sting. If I had known the Showdown event was going to be women in the 1 slot instead of the 2 slot, I would have done Ronda instead of Sting to make this weekend a lot easier. As it was pretty painful. Overdrive. I want to see you do Tech Brent. I want to see you do someone named Tech Brent, and I want to see video and photographic footage of a 4-star silver Tech Brent. Brent, I hear, is a monster at 4-star silver. It's Kofi Kingston when he was from Jamaica. Watched a couple WrestleManias in the last couple days that have had some really, really good opening matches. This one's a pretty great one. Multi-man ladder matches to open up a WrestleMania are always a good idea. What do I think of the Blitzes in 2 hours? I think the Blitz in 2 hours is just... Oh, I screwed that up. Isn't the first Blitz in 2 hours just women's and the men's one is another day? They're not both today, are they? I've never claimed to be a good player, Overdrive. I'm a very mediocre player. I make a lot of mistakes. So it doesn't surprise me that I would have made gameplay mistakes in that match. Look at this match. This is unbelievable. MVP, Shelton Benjamin, Christian, CM Punk, Kofi Kingston, Kane, Finley. You sort of answered your own question there, DH for Hall of Fame. Oh, sorry, who am I looking at? I mean, Alejandro. If your Edge has no gear or no Jimmy or no JBL, then he loses a lot of luster. I think he's still really good, but if you don't have any of those trainers, when you bring guys up, you shouldn't bring them up without the best trainers. It's a lot of coins to use. I think Zombie Austin is still going to be a god tier character, even though he doesn't get any real new toys. At 4-star gold, he's still a cheat code with his 2 skip turns. Vader, he destroys a lot of the board with his choose move, and he has a really big finisher. and the powerhouses are getting that health and damage buff, so he's not a bad option. I just think a lot of powerhouses narrow the gap and even pass Vader on the priority list when you're talking about the new things they get, like Nash, Goldberg, and Warrior become really good, especially if you have their gears. Um, Brock Lesnar, I think, is going to be a superstar. So I wouldn't say no to Vader, but I don't think he's clearly one of the top powerhouses like he was at lower levels. If you have Jimmy Uso at 3-star gold level 1, you should be doing something about that. He needs to at least get to 5K. Spend the coin and get him to 5K. He makes a lot of your guys better, I'm thinking. I don't think both are today. I think the women's blitz is first. If it's only giving rainbow bags, I'm not sure how many blitzes I'm going to do, especially if it's not a faction event. Obviously, if it gives points to the faction for doing it, I'm all in. But if it's just a solo women's blitz for rainbow bags, not doing that. Jimmy's training is a purple moves that destroy gems, destroy more gems. So think Doink, think Edge. There's other characters that use him. By the way, I've been sleeping on Doink for a long time. In this last week when we had his tour, I finally bit the bullet and took him up from 3-star silver to 4-star silver, and I don't regret it at all. I'm liking him a lot. Cass, Nash, or Luger? You can't go wrong there. I mean, that's first world problems. I think with the extra gem, Nash gets an extra column break gem. So he's destroying, I think, something like 5 columns, potentially on turn 2 with the right board. He would be tough to pass up for me. Cass, watch the Brie Bella preview video and you can see what Big Cass is going to do. He's going to blow up the board a lot. And Luger, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those, man. Luger's blows up the board and goes into a submission with botch gems on the board. So where did Kev go? Is Kev still lurking? Is he just I didn't acknowledge him before, but we're doing a Q&A here, and I have a lot of answers to questions, but if Kev is still on the chat, you have access to ask one of the best players in the game some questions too, and he's a good brain to pick. Brie Bella and Cass for the faction, yeah, that would have worked. Is Steel good at 4 bronze? Or Velveteen Trickster? I I mean, Steele's one of those old-time players that's just, he creates a ton of gems from one color, and a lot of the board goes away because it gets loaded up with purples. So if you like those kind of players, I'm not anti that. Velveteen Trickster, he's the same sort of thing. They're just all those NXT guys had pretty much the same format. Two colors that make gems of each other, but they're all randoms. They're not chooses. Ric Flair, I think, is a really good recycler, Trickster. But that's a lot of work to get him from 2-star gold to 4-star bronze. So if those are your best Trickster options, then it's really your personal preference. Just remember, if you move George Steele, he's going to cost a lot more when you switch him as a trainer from other people. Purple Cobra's in the house, welcome. Where do I rank Acro Ricochet? Well, one of my faction mates thinks Ricochet at 4-star gold could be one of, if not the top Acrobat. I haven't looked close enough at him yet because I have other Acrobat priorities. I've got Rey Mysterio, so he's going to be my first 4-star gold. But he says there's a build there that recycles and hits really hard on turn 2, doing 150 to 200k damage on turn 2 for Acro Ricochet with low charge moves. So, credit my man Daz, who's one of our rooster gurus in the Booty family, responsible for our tier guide, and he thinks Acro Ricochet is going to be fantastic. Chad Gable, I don't know. You get free shards every day, so there's that. I'm thinking there's other techs to take higher than Chad Gable, but go nuts, man. Let me know how he is. $120 shards away. Yeah, that kind of sucks because I don't know how often you're going to get more shards. I mean, one thing lately is even with the monthly event characters, they've been showing up in the loots a couple of months later. We've seen that with the NWO guys, and now with Becky the Man. So there could be some more shards out there someday. So if you're going to level him up in the meantime, I would certainly use your own resources, your own TP and coin, and try to save those shards in case you do get the rest so that you can get a fuse up. So there's one VIP Blitz done. I got 2 more to go. I haven't done it for 3 weeks, so. If you're going to do pulls now in the Bella loot, to be honest, I would wait 2.5 hours. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of great pulls in the Bella loot. The high roller loot is coming in 2.5 hours if you're so inclined to go in that direction. That's where I would focus my attention. But yeah, there's a lot of good characters in that loot. I wish I was in the market right now to do some pulls, but I am not. My first 4-star gold was Sting. What's my real name, Buck? My real name is Buckley Buckminster. which is why they call me Buck. My middle initial is B. Buckley B. Buckminster. You have 13 VIP blitzes to do? Like, why don't you do them? That gets you 26,000 3-star shard loot pulls. You could pull a Farouk or some shards of some people. I don't know how Doink is at 4-star gold, but he's really good at 4-star silver. I haven't seen a 4-star gold Doink yet. I don't know if he gets anything new. I know the guide has info in there on 4-star golds. I'm not sure how up to date it is. I think it's been pretty accurate so far. So I don't know if he gets a larger area on his area to purple, or if he destroys any more gems on his choose to destroy move. But I'm gonna have a look because he could be 4-star gold territory for me for technicians. Right now it would be him or Lita, I think, for me. But we'll see when I get there. I'm still a couple of tough enough trophies short. Nobody gets new moves at 4-star silver. You get your new moves at 4-star gold. Sorry, at 4-star bronze. And then the next new move doesn't unlock until we get to 5-star. So you don't get new moves. You just get increased damage or different areas or different amount of gems at 4-star gold. Some people get them and some people don't. So you don't get any new moves. If I said new moves, I just meant new level of moves, level 13. Doink improves in every move at 4-star gold. He gets an extra destroy gem, and does his area of purples become bigger? Because that would be great. I love Elias. I'm a big Elias fan. I'm just not sure his protect gems are going to be as effective against these kickouts at 4-star gold. I think you're going to get a lot more kickouts than you did before when you were pinning people with those protect gems. As much as I love using them, I think his effectiveness goes down a little at 4-star gold, to be honest. I'm excited about Doink then, because I really like him at silver, so maybe he moves to the forefront of my technician class when it comes to 4-star gold. I think Orton has lost a bit of his luster for me. Ever since I made him 4-star silver, I've used him less and less and less. It's Striker Sting is who I enhanced to 4-star gold. Crow Sting. Nia is underrated. Make the case for me. I guess if you have the right trainers. I just don't like that her finisher destroy area move is random. It's boom or bust. It either hits or it doesn't, and if it misses, you're in a bit of trouble when it comes to recycling. NXT Seth or Jeff, to what level? If you're going to ask me a question on which guy to choose, let me know which level you're taking them from and which level you're taking them to, because just remember, Phil, that when you're talking about whether someone is good for a certain level or not, you can never really judge by the AI character, the opponent character you're facing, because they're either played wrong, and the fact that they go second, you always get to go first, right? So you can really only judge the value of a character at a certain level by using them yourself with your own trainers, your own play style, getting to go first. That makes a huge difference. You can't tell if someone's really good at a certain level by facing the AI version of the character. I think 3-star silver is high enough for NXT Seth. I don't think you ever need him any higher than that, because he's really just your blue gem trainer. I think Jeff's who you want to take higher, and if only because they seem to use the Hardys in a ton of events. So you want to have a Hardy brother at a pretty high level, because they get used an awful lot. Plus, he's a really great recycler, so I would take Jeff over NXT Seth for sure. It's an excellent question, Phil. You do one of those, or both if you can. Do both, and let me know. Send me the videos, because they might be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to disconnect this phone and reconnect it again, and hopefully it'll work. There we go. Bear with me while I place this back in the This was one shit part about WrestleMania 25, Kid Rock. Yeah, I'm sure Envy will let you know how those guys are at that level. I don't think they're going to do many more reskins of characters. They might. I mean, I don't know. I'm answering that just on a hunch. But I don't think you're going to see a reskinned Arn Anderson. How does his sub build improve? Because it's easier to load up? He gets an extra turn on the sub, or what? How does his sub build improve? Stupid. I believe Kid Rock is in the WWE Hall of Fame. think everybody is just hypnotized by my King of King Blitz gameplay here. That's probably why it's so quiet. Do I like baseball? When's baseball season? Does it start soon? What's so special about the high roller loop? Well, it's those coins that contribute to the faction event. So if you're buying coins now in this particular loot, you don't get any event benefits for it, whereas in the high roller loot you do. And I just think the high roller loot in the last event produced better results than these kickoff pulls. Where would I rank the Bellas amongst the other women? I think Brie Bella is at the top. I haven't used Ronda at 4-star gold yet, but I think Brie Bella is right up there at the very top. And I think Nikki is she is a female superstar. I mean, she's good. I mean, she's if you like using Mr. Perfect, then you'll like using Nikki Bella. You want me to use a different character now instead of King of Kings? I could switch, I guess. Whom do you have in the Bellas? I have 0 Bellas. I am sans Bella. I am Bellaless. I am Bella free at this point. Oh. I heard you were taking Ric Flair's Showboat to 4-star gold. I think he's good, just takes too much thinking, in my opinion. Sure. I just think just consider this: the way the new characters' gem damage is going up. Just think of all the guys who use Matt Hardy. So if let's say black gems for somebody go up by 500 at 4-star gold. So when you're talking about Matt Hardy, if you've got a guy who's a ×4 or a ×6, his gems aren't just going up 500, they're going up 2,000 or 3,000 per gem. So the multi-gem guys with the new gem damage are just going to be way overpowered. That's why I'm thinking of going in that direction with Slick Rick. I don't think there's anything wrong with Matt Hardy. I just think Matt Hardy is, you need greens on the board when your cross gems go off to be able to recycle it. I mean, Flair with the sub buys you a turn or two to reload the choose move. So I think Slick Rick is clearly the best showboat. You'd have to really set out a good case and show me some proof otherwise. Otherwise, Slick Rick's going to be the guy. I haven't heard anything yet about new characters that are coming out. I think there are a lot of characters in WWE currently who need an update in the game. What if you only have Matt and Andre at 4-star silver? Well, then you probably got a choice. I think Andre probably does what you need him to do at 4-star silver. But with Ziggler, he does have a choose 10. So nothing wrong with that. I agree with you, Eric. I think there needs to be uh, an update in what those daily tours give out. I certainly think there needs to be an update in what the King of Kings tour gives out for those who pay the money to be a VIP. I completely agree with you. I just don't know how high a priority is for them. I prefer him with the spear, Brandy. He has a lot of good builds. He's very versatile that way. But I prefer the spear, the choose to destroy. Oh, WrestleMania 25. I forgot about this women's battle royal. This is the Santina Morella. This was not a good era for the divas. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Aaron, but not everybody has Edge and Becky Lynch, and you can only put them on one guy, right? So I saw a great tweet about that very question, Phil. I'd have to go on my Twitter to call up the answer, but it was really, really good. Ash, you ask a lot of questions. I can't answer them all. Showdown coins. What do you want to know? What you should buy? I mean, buy what you need. What's your specific question? That's what I buy. I buy TP. I don't buy anything in there except training points. If a diamond event is coming up and they put up the 10,000 diamonds, I'll buy diamonds to help my faction. But that's all I buy out of that Showdown store. You were third in the Showdown event yesterday. Third overall. Don't buy Vince. I can give you that tip. If you have 202,000 coins, why don't you save 38,000 more coins and start buying Wolfpack Sting shards? Very few people in the game have him, so why not? What's your game name and what faction are you in? I just know you don't need Vince McMahon, that's all. Vince, when you play against him, is a lot better than Vince when you use him. I was about number 2,000 overall in Showdown. Yay for me. I did awesome. Who are you using? Yeah. I can't imagine doing that many matches. You must have pulled Nikki Bella, right? That's the only way you could have finished that high. You couldn't have finished that high without pulling Nikki to get all those bonus points. I did not max it, no. I think I stopped at milestone 5. I got to 7,500 on the first night after hours and hours. You can check I did a live stream of the last couple hours of that, but it was painfully slow. What would you like to ask about Kalisto? I think his value is going to increase as the multi-gems go up. Do I think they're going to launch the 5-star silver tokens, in the store? I don't know. I think they'll probably be a part of milestones in next month's event. I don't think they're just going to straight out sell them yet. Here's my thought on taking King of Kings to 4-star bronze. If you're a King of Kings subscriber since the beginning, you have a ton of King of Kings shards just from doing his tour every week. So all it costs you to take him up that high are coins and tokens. It doesn't cost you any TP. So that's one plus. It does help you get that tour every week done quicker. With George the Animal Steel, if you get a green match, he's turn 2 in most of those matches, right up until probably like the Eddie Guerrero stage on hard. I agree with you. I hope they never do females first again. That was not fun in any sense of the word. But it did make me regret that I didn't do Ronda instead of Sting to 4-star gold. If I'd known, I would have done Ronda just for that very purpose, to get that Showdown event done quicker. But I don't regret doing Sting. That's me in no way saying I regret doing Sting. I think he's going to be super useful with all of the eras and links that he qualifies for. He's an NWO qualifier. I think he's going to be super useful, and he hits super hard. So, but if I had known women were going to be first this weekend, I would have done Ronda. Akeem, I think Warrior's going to be really good. He gets a larger area, and a couple of his gem moves increase at 4-star gold, and with the 4-star gold powerhouse buffs in health and damage, I think he's going to be really good, but he's still random. So I don't know how far away your Zombie Austin is, but I think he's still... when I get done this Blitz, I can do a couple of Sting 4-star gold matches if you want. Kalisto's the only Acrobat you have? He's the only one you have at silver. I forgot all about this Jericho versus Ricky Steamboat match. I think it ended up being actually pretty good. Yeah, let me just finish these last 3 matches here, and I'll do a couple of Sting matches. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen unless something changes in the relationship, Ash. Hey, Mesh and Royce share a bed. I can mute you if you would like, or you could just stop talking. It's going to be one of the two. I would like to run Ronda differently than I do run her, Phil. Right now, I do not have Zombie Nakamura. I'm still 15 shards short of Zombie Nakamura. Someone sent me a viz of Trickster Big Show. Sorry. At 4-star. I just need to produce it. You have Nakamura at. Well, you would run her with the yellows because Nakamura is yellow moves that destroy gems, destroy more gems. So he would affect both of those yellow moves. The ones that destroys blacks and the ones that choose to destroy. That becomes her best build, yellow, yellow, black submission with Akam and Zombie Nakamura. I have to use her steel build because I don't have Nakamura. You could run it with Balor or Braun, but they only affect the random destroy black move. They don't affect the choose move, which is the key one. So hopefully this October I can get the 15 shards of Nakamura that I'm missing and run her the right way. I'm just pricing the X break at the top because I want them to go down as he makes matches into the middle of the board, so that when I destroy them, they they go in all directions. Yeah, Fleming, it's way her best build. Kev has showed me what he does with Ronda and Zombie Nakamura, and it's way better than the steel build. Choose to Destroy is such a valuable tool. Yeah, I think 5K is enough. I don't think he's a guy you need higher. You just need him as a yellow move destroy trainer. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind facing Ronda's running the steel build in Showdown because you can just switch to her MP steel move and they're easy. Yeah, I've got 785 out of 800. It mocks me every time I look at it and every time I know I want to use Ronda. I've got 785 shards. Big Kev doing some damage here. At least it's my last one and I don't have to use HPs because I won't use Triple H again until next week. Yeah, it's a smart way to do it. All right, that's three VIP blitzes done. Let's go see what we got. Open this 3-star shard loot. See if I can get the lucky Farouk pull. So it's 2,000 per blitz. So we've got 31 pulls. at Farouk. I think I'm close to Bobby Roode. I wonder if those shards will help. I'll take some more Bobby Roode shards because I think I'm getting closer. You want me to skip all? Alright, I'll skip all. Rude, tough. Razor. Roddy Piper, I'm getting closer. How many shards do I have now? Does that say 195 out of 200? Huh. I knew I was getting close. Man, 5 shards. So I need 380 for Aleister Black. Not close on those. 175 for Farouk. 5 for Bobby Roode. I really want Kurt Angle. 720 out of 800 for Piper. There's my 15 shards short of Zombie Nakamura. 250 short on Rattlesnake. I've got 1/8 of a Razor now. I'm one of the only people who started way early in the game who doesn't have Bubba Dudley. I'll never get Big Cass. I have a lot of KOK shards. A lot of George the Animal Steel and Xavier Woods shards. I hope the Leech Gem fix is coming soon because I'm all in on Edge, so hopefully that update is coming soon to fix that. What else did we get in that Blitz set of blitzes? Three 2-star silver, so that's good. Alright, we want to see Sting at 4-star gold, right? That's not a very good board to start with, shockingly. Now we got to choose 8 here, where we'll try to reload the yellows as best we can. We got the choose reloaded, which is excellent. Which we get to run again before he subs us. $109, and he kicks out. But the power gems are on the board, and they're going to do their thing now for a while. $12 more of them out there. No, the zombie event is October, Halloween. Next month is September. Here's the trouble with going Sting against a sub guy. Is you need that yellow move to be your quasi finisher. So when he drains it, can also change, instead of running the two greens, you can run the 2 yellows. Because you get an extra gem on that too. It just, sometimes if there's not a ton of purples on the board, you don't really need that to be buffed, but So he got the yellow match turn 1, which is bad for us. Whenever you get cascades with a striker that's this high, you get a lot of gem damage. But he's going to do a choose red move here, and we're going to have to kick out with these watch gems on the board. And we get a ton of green gems. Reload the yellows. Big cascades. There's 155k. And he kicks out of it on 2. Like it was Hogan. The kick out buffs are getting a little crazy. Yeah, the green damage is pretty good at this level. And the fact he gets that it's a choose 8, you can do a lot of manipulating the board to the way you want it. Reload that yellow. There's another good reload. That's going to end the match though, so that build's pretty good. Yeah, so it's over 4k for his green gems. They're his second highest gems after black, which is nice when you have a choose 8. I only have 1 gold. He's my only gold. My token situation is pretty spread out. I wasn't able to take 2 gold because I got so I had 4 striker tokens, the 3 striker ones I got in that first open tour, and then after that I got 9 more tokens, and I got all 6 classes. So you know, if I get 1 more skull, it's going to be Edge. If I get 1 more tire, it's going to be Austin. 1 more money in the bank, it's going to be Slick Rick. And then still need 2 Lucha masks for Ray, who I want to take up the most. So Yeah, I think it's in their plans. I just don't know how high a priority is for them, Chris. I think the loot boxes definitely need. They're one of the things that needs to be readjusted as far as rewards go, especially in the harder matches. You need to be able to get more out of these matches now than you do because the coin and TP that it takes to level these guys up at this level is something else. You pull a new 4-star. You pull a new 4-star character. Let's say you pull someone at 4-star silver in this loot. I think it costs you 23 million coins to max them at 4-star silver. So that's a lot. And to go from level 160 to 180 costs about 9 mil. That's why I think it's just so important. I know people get bored with them, but doing your dailies and doing that grind of the KOK tour every week, just doing your dailies every day for the week, it's about 225,000 coins in your Dean's Daily alone, or Dead Man's Daily, I guess it is now. So times 7, that's like 1.5 million coin per week. So 1.5 million a week, 4.5 weeks in a month, you can collect 6 million coin in a month from just doing Dead Man's Daily. You get another 500,000 a week from King of Kings if you're a VIP subscriber. So there's another 500,000 a week times 4.5 weeks. There's 2 million more. Plus whatever you get from loot boxes and faction bags and victory bags. You can certainly collect 10 million coins in a month, but as we saw, 10 million coins is gone when you want to take a guy from 4-star bronze to 4-star silver, right? How do I have so many 4-star gold tokens? What do you mean? Those ones? The kilts and... What do you mean, Brandy? How do I have so many? Get a lot of slammies. Yeah, I got a lot of Mark Henry medals. That's from Diamonds. Opening up, last month I opened up about 500, 600K diamonds. Trickster Macho Man? Sure. You don't want to hear anything about Woken. How do we want to run Macho here? Blue, blue, purple. Or do you want to see the column gem, row break gem build? I only have Sarge at minimum level, so he adds one extra row break. I don't have the column break gem trainer high enough to affect that. Yeah, Woken's just the build that you had to run him in that last feud where you got all the bonuses on the purple. I don't like his purple build as much as his red, red, yellow build. Anyway, Trickster Macho, what do you want to see? Blue, blue, purple, or blue, purple, purple? Let's do this one. Blue, purple, purple. So what do we want to run as trainers with blue, purple, purple? Which blue? The one that swaps an area to purples, or the one where you get choose to destroy on every other turn? Yeah, it's just which blue you want. The 2 charge one that allows you to... Or this one that runs the 2x3 area to swap to purple. I don't know. I really only ever use him in the second half of tag teams, so we want to run Lawler. I don't think we need Woods. If he's changing an area to purple, I don't think we need Woods. So you could run Lawler and Slick Rick for extra gem damage, and then that second moves, that finisher's going to hit really hard. Lawler and Slick Rick. I don't have Andre, that's the problem. I do not have Andre. Okay, I can use Woods. Next time, but I think you're probably loading those 2 purple moves right here just by getting a blue match, aren't you? There's turn 2 finisher. Extra gem damage. We got Ric Flair on there for already a boost of 20%. Now it's 88% more. So we got double gem damage on this destroy 16 gem finisher. And we get to choose it. So we want blues and purples. Oh shit. It disconnected. Sorry. God damn. Sorry. I have a really crappy lightning connection here, and it disconnected. I apologize. I won on turn 2. Huh. That was a really good build. I'll have to try to recreate that. Sorry, folks. Finished off the 4-star bronze Randy Orton on turn 2. This time we'll get killed, right? We're going to get a crappy board with all greens on it. Yep, never happened. We get our blue match again. If we can get the same thing and load our purple without causing a pin. How many do we need? We need 7. We need 8. But we have Sean, so we don't need that many. Can we do it without causing a pin? Nope. I would not do X-Pac over Jimmy. If you have Matt, I would do Jimmy. See, now we get dinged by Randy Orton after I won a match that nobody fucking saw. Frickin' saw. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. I'm not allowed to swear. And now I don't have nearly as many blues and purples for my finisher as I did in the last match. Then do X-Pac. I'm disappointed you guys didn't see that match. That was good. I just don't want to swear. Now no blue this time. Urgh. We get it loaded though. That's good. As long as he doesn't get a purple. Alright, see if we can do this now. Load this finisher without causing a pin, but I doubt it. Oh, we did it. Okay, let's see how hard this hits now. Do we got lots of blues to refill? Top corner I think will do. $111K. He's gonna kick out. There's your problem. So he hits really hard, over 100K with that turn 2 finisher. But if you don't get enough blues in that 4x4 choose area, you're stuck waiting to reload. Wild card helped. that worked out. Yeah, kind of like Showboat Rock, except Showboat Rock is a random area, whereas this one you at least get to choose it. So, this is what, turn 4? So, he's pretty good. You want to see Woken Matt Hardy? Really? Yeah, choose 16 gem area is pretty, that's a lot of control. But it is a little dependent to reload. So this Woken build turns that one charge red move, which goes every turn, turns all the greens into color turns. You really want to have a yellow match here, which we don't have. So let's make one just so I can show you. So that yellow's, I'm not going to use it on this turn because I cheated, but I'll show it to you on the next turn. So you create the color turn gems on your first turn. You get a yellow match, hopefully. Now on the next turn, see, there's one problem with color gem, guys. Is we were all ready to go off on him here, and the color gems went off, created a pin that we didn't want, and now we're, you know, getting a million gems chosen against us here, and we're taking damage. So having color turn gems on the board sometimes hurts you because they make a match when you don't want them to. You're all set to go, and you get hooped. So one of the reasons why I don't love this character. But now, we'll show you. We make more of them. Now this yellow move turns color gems into cross breaks. And now this one we get to choose to set off cross breaks. And we want to get yellows to reload the yellows. So 104,000 and the moves are reloaded. We get a pin. So he hits hard, but just some of the little gimmicks that he has. Yeah, color turncoat gems. There should be like a trigger. If you want the color turn gems to color turn, you hit a button. But if you want them to stay where they are, they do nothing. Yeah, the other one's really gimmicky though. I'll show it to you in a sec. It's with the purples. It's the one that fills the board with color turn gems. So there's a lot of reds and yellows on the board here, which will be good when all these cross breaks go off because it'll reload. That one goes off that one. $107,000 and the moves are, is that yellow ready to go again or is it one short? It's one short. Well, we'll make it not one short. This is a lesson in props. $112, he's not kicking out of that. So his other build is with the other three moves completely. You take all three of these moves out and replace them with the other three moves. So the first one makes trap gems that increase your purple if you break them and create color turn gems when the opponent breaks them. So what you want to use here is Acom and Christian or Big Show. There goes my connection again. Man. Sorry. Okay. Show you this build. What's my feud lineup? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be doing much of this feud. On a 17-hour women's feud, I don't think I will be doing that. So we want to lay a trap gem that we're going to break, and then trap gems that he's going to break. So that one we break it and it loads our purple moves. He breaks it and it makes all these gems into color turn gems. Color gems do their thing. This purple move deals damage for every color turn gem on the board, and it looks like there's about 35 of them. So this is going to do about 50k damage, take him down to around 200. And now the finisher destroys 13 of these color turn gems. So our yellow's reloaded to start that cycle again. But his choose move's ready to go on the next turn, so that's why every time you do this trap gem thing, it takes an extra turn because you have to break one and he has to break one. So all these color turns go off again, but it's still his turn. So now he's doing his other moves, and a lot of them are gonna go away. So with this build, he's a heavy damage magnet. Sorry about this connection again. Wow. Oh, he's interesting. Oh, if it was a choose to destroy instead of random destroy color turns, it would be a lot better. Because you would choose all the yellows and purples to reload the moves. But because it's random, so that's that. Which Jericho? You want to see List Jericho? The Jericho Holic? Midas? You want to see Acro Jericho? I don't have I don't have every player in the game, folks. And I certainly don't have them all at high levels. I do not particularly like this Jericho. His finisher hits really hard, but doesn't recycle at all. So green match on turn 1 with Triple H loads your 2 moves. Bobby Roode, of course. I've said this before. This Bobby Roode every time gets a purple match turn 1. Every single time. Every single time. So now you put 11 color turn gems out there. And now on the finisher, you get 20k plus 6k damage for every one of these color turn gems. So it's about an 85 to 90k finisher, which was great when 4 stars just came out, but it just doesn't hit hard enough now. The non-MP trainer build is slower to get to it, but you buff the damage of those color turn gems, or you use green gem damage trainer on him. He has a gear that gives you extra blue MP when you make a blue match, so that helps load the sub. But the problem is there's no other way to load the sub. You'd love to be able to run his submission, but no moves feed the blue. He doesn't have any moves that feed the blue. No, sorry, he's got a move that feeds the blue. He doesn't have any moves that feed the green, pardon me. So when you run him without an MP trainer, you need matches. You can't load the greens by a move that puts out green gems or something. So we can't get the sub off because, yeah. So we're taking more damage. He doesn't hit hard enough to be as slow as he is. We're gonna lose this match because Bobby Roode in this match, I tell you, is one of the hardest opponents in the game. I know people who have Bobby Roode and say he's not this good, but whenever I face this Bobby Roode, he's a destroyer. He gets every board match you could possibly want. Yeah, AI Roode is if they sold megas with Bobby Roode in them based on showing you this match. The cascades and wild cards that this guy gets is gross. You know what? Because he's not, we're gonna try to load that more color turns to get a bigger bonus on this finisher. Because he's not in danger right now of getting a special off on us. So now, there's already about 8 or 9 color turns out there. We're gonna put out 11 more. And then this finisher will do him off. You know what, we'll go against the same opponent just to get a contrast here. I don't like going against him without an MP trainer, but the other way to run him is with Christian or with green move damage. So Christian makes those color turns instead of worth 6,100 each on the finisher, 30% more. They're worth 8,000 each. So if you have 11 of them out there times 8,000, 88. So it's a 100k finisher. He's just, you need 2 green matches off the top to load them. Michael's Undertaker WrestleMania 25 are just doing their ring entrances. So once again, he's got his purple. Oh, he didn't take it. Wow. We should take it away from him then. Be ready on the next turn before we're ready to go anyway. Amazing that a move where you just kick the ring ropes is like a choose a million yellow and creates all this damage. Okay, so now here's how his finisher is different with the no MP trainer and the big bonus on the color turn gems. So 11 go out. And now you get a bonus for every one at 8k each, so that's 108k. But even the Showboat at this level is kicking out of 108. Remember when 100k finishers used to look at them and say, wow, no one's ever kicking out? Not anymore. Watch him get a purple on the cascade here. Yep. And we got no greens. We're going to be 1 short on the sub again, and he's going to get his purple off on us again. Bobby Roode. What does edge without gear, Deepak, mean? What does that mean, edge without gear? I agree. The finisher that destroys yellows is the saving grace when you're facing him. If it destroyed purples, you're right, he'd be an absolute top tier Showboat. But the purple's so low charge, even if he doesn't destroy it, he makes one purple match and he's ready to go again. Or just get the usual cascades that he gets on every turn. So you can see why I don't use Acro Jericho a lot. I had a Showboat kick out of a 250k pin in the Showdown tournament. I don't remember who it was, but I put like 258 on the board, and the Showboat kicked out like it was nothing. So we win both matches against Rude here with Jericho, but tons and tons of damage in both. Yeah, I don't like Orton anymore at 4-star gold. He just doesn't hit hard enough. I really wish I had Aleister Black. I don't have Jericho Technician that high, so I don't know. I think because matches don't end on turn 2, turn 3 at 4-star gold, Countdown Gem guys like him might get a bit of a boost because you can afford to wait. And when those Countdown Gems do go off, he gets really, really good. But I think he's another one of those guys that's a little better on paper than he is when you use him. He puts out a ton of greens with those countdowns. And if you have Jimmy Uso at 9k, he puts out extra countdowns. So, interesting. But I'll probably never find out unless I get a fuse for him or something. I'm not sure I'll take him up that high to find out. Edge without gear. Well, I have the gear, so I'm going to have to take the gear off him if you want to see Edge without gear. I don't know. I think Aleister is the best. I think probably now with the 4-star gold, you're probably looking at Doink, Michaels and Triple H, the DX guys. Okay, why do I want to remove the gear? I guess just to show you, but anyway. So now you probably want to use Daniel Bryan. When you have the gear, you don't need Daniel Bryan, but now you're probably using Daniel Bryan and Jimmy instead of Bray and Jimmy, and it's just a bit slower. So the gear essentially replaces Daniel Bryan, which allows you to use another trainer. Sorry, my connection again. Hopefully it comes back. There it is. The gear still works if you remove it? If you own the gear, it still works? So he doesn't need to be equipped with the gear for the gear to work. Oh, so then, sorry, I can't show you Edge without gear. I can only show you Edge with gear. So now we don't need this Daniel Bryan anymore. I'm spending a lot of money here on trainers for this little display, but hey, I do it for you guys. Alright then, so this is Edge with gear, without gear. Edge without gear, but with gear. It's a blue Edge. So it's ready on turn 3, even if you don't get a black match, if you're using Bray. With the perks in a feud, it's ready turn 1. Spits out a lot of sub gems that turn into leech gems, which still aren't working properly, but when they do, he's going to be that much better. Now we turn leech gems into purple to load the spear, get our health back. So we don't need to use the spear yet, we'll use the sub again. I think they're going to fix him in an upcoming update. That's what I keep being told. Hopefully that will happen and they haven't just forgot about that, because it would be silly to design a character with a special kind of gem and then not have the gems work right. So now you get to choose 7 to destroy with Jimmy, and you want to reload your sub. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reload those blacks. Sub is reloaded. I mean, the fact that he self-heals, sure, I mean, but he's just not at his max. With the gears, just way better. Because you don't have to take up a trainer spot with Daniel Bryan, because you've got the gear, which is really like having Daniel Bryan on him. It's like having a third trainer. But the fact that he self-heals, see, we're at 196 now, but we turn these leech gems into purples, and we just got 23k health back. And now we choose more to destroy. And now, because we've got him in danger, we'll choose leech gems to destroy and get that much more of our health back. So there's 40,000 back. So we're back up to almost where we started. That's why I love Edge. He will be my first tech 4-star gold. And I love the fact that I can have him wearing blue and still get the effect of the gear, because I think his blue looks awesome. So thank you for that. I would never have known that, folks, about the gear being equipped regardless of what skin you're using. The Blitz is in 20 minutes, I think. The new vault tier. You mean the VIP vault? Yeah, I mean, I think I like the new props. I just think they could be sprinkled in rather than, 9 out of every 10 pulls being props. I'd love to have more coin and TP in there. I think I would like that a lot more. I love Powerhouse Brock. I think he's going to be one of the very best 4-star golds. Sting and X-Pac with Rusev. And Ray. Red match on turn 1 is what you want. Yes, I do. I think he's better. Because he gets a sub. So you do that blast gem move and destroy the board, and remember that the damage at 4-star gold is higher. And what it does is it loads your sub. So it buys you some more time. Shoot. Come back. I really got to fix this lightning cable. So now his sub buys you time to reload that blast gem move again. The yellow destroys reds. It should reload your choose blast. And now we do it again. There weren't many reds on the board that time to load our sub, but enough. Because we subbed him on the last turn and he didn't reload. Well, he did reload, so okay. My first gold in each class. Well, I already have Sting. It'll be Sting, Austin, Mysterio, Edge, Ric Flair, and either Lita or Doink. I think that's the way I'll probably go. Showboat Austin? Yeah, if you like using him. No, it's going to be Edge over Tough. I don't know. I don't have him without gear, so I don't know. I can't use him without gear. So I don't know how significantly less he is. I just know that now you're essentially down to 2 trainers on him instead of 3, because the gear is like a 3rd trainer. So, yeah, I mean, a guy with 3 trainers is going to be better than a guy with 2. So I don't know if he's the top trickster in the game without gear, but he's still pretty good. I don't know about that, Midas, to be honest. Yellow, blue, blue, creating all greens, but how do you reload the yellows and the blues? You can only go through that moveset once, and then you need to load them all again, don't you? I understand you'd have a lot of green gems out there, but now you got to load your blues and yellows again, because probably at these levels, people are kicking out of those once those green gems are created. When they kick out, now you got 3 empty moves. The reason I think you need the move that regenerates either the yellows or the blues is because it recycles. You need to get the pinfall after setting off all those green moves, otherwise you're hooped. And you gotta load them both because you're not using an MP trainer to start. Don't know if I'm a big fan of this. Yeah, so basically she'd be Balor, but do you like Balor at this height? At this level? I don't know. So are you talking about the Brock match that I did? Andrew? Maybe. Yeah, it probably would. I'm a much better player when it comes to thinking about superstars and strategies and move sets than I am at actual gameplay. You're probably right. Sub gems on reds for Brock would. Then when the yellow move destroys reds, some of them could be blast gems. I was in a faction called Grim Creepers, or Creepers, some people pronounce it. You may have heard of them. They're one of the top higher end ranked factions. So we don't get the red on turn one. It allows Tough to fill up his move. Before that, I was in Creepy Hollow and Creepy Dreams. And before that, I was in. Where was I before that? I don't know. That's a couple of years ago now. So not many of my sub gems survived that one. That was a nicer cascade. I don't know how many blitzes I'm doing. Hey, I didn't miss an expedition. I'm usually the worst. I don't think I can do the Hell Blitz because I think you need at least one Bella to do Hell. I can probably only do hard. I'm not sure how many women's blitzes I want to do on hard to get the hard level rewards. I'm not a big fan of women's matches to begin with because they're just slow and a blitz. Unless it's like a 6-stop blitz instead of a 9-stop blitz. Like the Star Fragment one.